Hi everyone, Al Psych here. Back for part three of overcoming addictions. This is for informational purposes only. And again, this is a review of the book Sex, Drugs, Gambling, and Chocolate by Horvath back in 1998. And we come to what I think is the most fascinating part of the book, which is to abstain or moderate. And he lists some factors to consider. And I'll mention the factors and I'll go over them a little bit more detail, part of them, and then I'll go over the rest in the part four version of the video. Okay, so to abstain or moderate, factors to consider: your level of motivation, your current circumstances, your capacity for and beliefs about self-control, whether you are ready for the work and decision making required to moderate successfully, whether the addiction is legal or illegal. Interesting. Your past successes abstaining or moderating, how serious the next slip or relapse might be, the consequences that might come from slipping or relapsing. What significant others in your life prefer, your spouse, your family, your friends, even your therapist. Okay. And then finally, what authorities with power over you might be insisting on, like your probation officer or employer, or, somebody like that. Okay, let me go over a few of the factors in this video. So motivation. So for some, it may be more motivating to learn moderation. For example, drinking in moderation, as opposed to abstaining from drinking. So if you really are motivated, I'm going to do this in moderation. Okay, maybe that is something that really helps you achieve that particular goal. Sometimes, though, moderation can gradually turn to excess. Okay, so moderation is defined by the author as a level of involvement that has no significant costs. Now, if you have an addiction at a severe level, moderation may not be the option for you. Okay. Circumstances. So to what extent can circumstances be regulated? So for example, can you easily avoid the places or the people that are triggers of your addiction? Okay, how frequently and easily available are support people there for you? The author states one of the ways to deal with craving is to arrange circumstances to protect you. So if you don't have much control over your circumstances, then abstinence may be your best option. Okay, self-control. Basically, the author mentions that we all have some level of self-control. Okay, he gives the example like the gambler who won't go to the casino when mom is visiting. Um, yeah, he may be, really severely addicted to gambling, but there is still some level of control where he can, regulate his behavior when mom is there. Okay. So knowing and even developing your self-control is important when making a decision about moderation uh, versus abstinence. Okay. Uh, Decision making. So the advantage of abstinence, as the author puts it, is its simplicity. You're abstaining. Okay. You stop. With moderation, there are a lot of decisions that need to be made, such as how much involvement, how much to drink, how to drink. Do I sip? Do I gulp? What pace? How fast am I going to drink? Am I going to limit myself to, one beer and I'm going to gulp it down and then I'm done? Or, I'm going to just kind of nurse this thing along for a while. And then, like with who and where, all these questions, need to be addressed. And then he mentions, keep a record of your involvement. So this protects against, convenient little memory lapses, like, oh yeah, I didn't drink that much, or, and got to keep yourself honest. And you can see if your involvement with the addiction, whether it be drinking or gambling, whatever, is starting to increase. All right, and the author goes into much more detail. So if you really want to get that detail, you have to go to the book itself. And I like the idea that he mentions considering moderation as an experiment. You go there with the idea that, okay, I'm going to give this a try and let's see what happens. Maybe I can do it, and maybe I can't. And then on the last one for this part 3 video is legal or illegal. If you're unwilling or unable to abstain, moderation may at least be an option, even if the addiction is illegal. And hopefully once you reach a level of moderation, you can realize abstinence is not undesirable or unreachable. Maybe you can at some point in time get to that point of abstinence, especially if you're dealing with, illegal situations. Okay, I'm going to end part 3 right there, and then I will go over some more factors in part 4. Okay, thanks.